Sports betting brethren, hey, welcome back to the channel. Today's Friday, April 12th. For those of you just joined the channel and just tuning in, my name is Boyd. I teach beginner and struggling sports bettors how to develop sustainable profits and sustainable money going forward in the betting markets. So in order to provide a sustainable income stream, what I do is I provide a betting plan, a profit plan. I actually do consulting with each individual person and talk to them about their sports books, their history. We do a very in-depth consultation to help those people that want to take their game to a higher level do that. We use the betting tools, the data-driven analysis, all the education, all the information, and really put together a customized betting plan per person. You know, we're not just throwing darts here. We've actually got a very specific plan, very specific range and rules-based type of strategy. And so hopefully if you're going to take a look at the channel, you'll see some of those tools and tips that we incorporate on a daily basis. Today's a fairly long video. I kind of got long-winded and put a lot of information into it, and I could go all day, but this going to show you some positive expected value plays and some of the tips and methods relative to bet sizing and things like that in today's video. So hopefully you enjoy. Make sure you give us a like and a share if you want to see more of this kind of content. Quick reminder, before we get into the picks and the selections, if you don't have OddsJam, you're going to need the tools. You're going to need the data-driven tools. If you're a current OddsJam user, I take on clients all the day. In fact, that's one thing I'm working with now is a lot of OddsJam folks that are happy with the tool, you know, understand the concepts if they want to kind of elevate their game. So I do have boyddavis.com available for any new users, whether you're a current OddsJam user or not. The data-driven betting strategies are for you. So go to the website, go to boyddavis.com, get yourself hooked up with the consultation packages. And also, if you don't have OddsJam as a tool, I've got some links and some information to get you hooked up with a 20% discount off your first 2 months using Boyd20, B-O-Y-D-20. Going to save you 20% off whatever package you kind of get started with or wherever you're at. So that being said, make sure you take care of your education, and let's get into some of the picks. All right, guys, here we go. Top of the morning. It's about 7:10 at this particular time, Mountain Time here in Denver. And opening up the first page, obviously go to the positive EV page here. Going to look at the left-hand side for the positive EV percentages, the highest percentages, the best market widths, the best selections here at the top. Relative to edge, you know, that's where you're going to see your higher bet sizes relative to your Kelly criterion if you have that set up here in the filters and the systems, which you can hit play and this information will come in constantly. I've got it not on play, so it's going to be to where I can analyze a little bit at a time and kind of go from there. So there's a lot of nice high numbers here on the left hand side. We're going to go through them. The first one I see here is a money line on the Vegas Golden Knights. So it's a mainline bet at circa at minus 135. Market width 17. That's really, really good. No big odds is minus 158, so you kind of ask yourself, what in the fuck is going on here with Circa? Because usually very, very, very sharp sports book, especially on the Vegas Golden Knights, for crying out loud. You open this up and everybody's at about minus 170, 175. They're down here at minus 135, so this is going to be they're definitely an outlier. You know, it's not like you have these guys at 140 and these guys at 155 and these guys at 38. This is a clear, blunt outlier, and you have Pinnacle here, sharpest sports book, showing some momentum and direction here that we like to see on the price. So this is a play. The problem that I have with this is it's fishy. It's suspicious, because why would Circa, again, one of the sharpest sports books, odds making sports book, be at this level if they just want to get pounded? Because they know that everyone's seeing this information, seeing this data it's almost like they're opening the gate saying, come on in at this minus 135. So maybe they're using it as a loss leader. Maybe they're using it for particular reasons. Who knows? I don't know. But this would be a classic play, having the market width being so low on a mainline bet. Basically, I'm targeting 20 or under. That fits that. Way below the no vig odds. So if this was no commissions built in whatsoever, you'd be paying minus 158. With commissions, minus 168. Again, with commissions, minus 175. With commissions, minus 185. Bastards. So you're well under the no vig odds as far as price, and you're getting a good value in price. The question is, what's up? So we're going to go and play this. We're going to go ahead and move on the Golden Knights tonight, but we'll have that caveat to say that it's odd. So that's what we'll do. We'll be putting some Circa bets here in Colorado and moving on to the next one. Point spread here with the Bucks. Bucks are struggling. They're getting 13.5. You see this line here, minus 136. But see, again, this is one that I would not believe that Pinnacle's going to give me the best line, because Pinnacle, sharp sportsbook people are going to, offer 11 cents better on this. So I'm going to check the price here and see which direction we're going. Kind of funky, kind of weird. Usually when it does this, I get the feeling that at this particular time a couple hours ago, so early in the morning back east, they went this direction. So they took this line from minus 129, I believe, minus 139, down 25 cents this direction. So it's almost like they're begging for money on this side, but then they bought it back. So really strange, kind of weird. But that's probably one that I'll just go ahead and avoid. A lot of points, kind of a weird play. Probably leave that one alone anyway, believe it or not, which again is the advantage that you have. I mean, most people would probably go to Caesars and play that at minus 110. So if I was going to do something, I would have to do that. So that's where we are so far. Hey, you're fucking my chair up. Don't hit all the buttons and you choose that one. All the buttons and you choose that one, little one. See the little one for the Bamboni dog, huh? Hate the Bamboni dog. Oh, Bamboni dog. Leave that alone. Go pick on something else. All right, so right on down the list we go. We got player hits with Diaz over a half, minus 165. Very, very expensive. But I looked this up real quick. I'm going to pull the stat up for you. Here he's gotten, holy crow, lots of green. I don't know if he didn't play this day in Chicago or what, but he's telling this guy's been a hit machine. So getting at least one hit a day doesn't seem to be an issue. That minus 165 is definitely over my range. You know, I have a rules and a range-based strategy and program. It goes over that. And I have to admit, this is a nice piece here, but let's open this up and see what the other prices are in the market compared to what we're seeing at FanDuel. They've already adjusted. They went from minus 165 to minus 185, so it looks like we maybe have missed that. I'm not paying minus 200 for a fucking player prop. That's crazy. So move on next and take a. If you want to, go ahead. It's not for me, because what that does, guys, if you lose that game, mathematically you set yourself back to now where you have to increase your winning percentage to cover that minus 200 at even a higher rate. Okay, so let me put it to you this way. If you're betting minus 110, you need to hit about 53% to break even. Minus 110, minus 110, minus 110. It makes it to where you only have to win about 53% of your games. You bet some minus 200s and you lose, all of a sudden you need to now hit a very, very high percentage to break even. So now you made your life more complicated and more difficult because that happened to take a loss. So it looks like, oh, it's a no-brainer, it's easy, it's a layup, but sometimes that's kind of a trap, a little bit tricky. I think he'll probably do it. I think this is probably the winning side. I'd be surprised if he didn't get a hit based on his previous games. I haven't looked up the pitcher who's going against. I don't know much about it, but right off the top of your head, it looks like it's kind of a no-brainer. And that's kind of where sometimes you fall into some traps. So I'm going to leave that alone. It's too expensive right now for my blood. This minus 155, kind of similar. Player hits, a little bit better width. Minus 155. That's clear outlier up. I think I might actually go ahead and move on this one. I'm going to look up Freeman's over hits. This is in the Cleveland Yankees game. Let me pull this aside and I'll kind of show you what I use as a backup stat. So that's Freeman hits. I use props cash. I just use it as a reference. I just use it as a um, I use it just to kind of like check the weather. It's nothing. I don't base my opinions on. I don't base my whole opinion on it. He's been hot too. Uh, well, okay, we got last 5, last 10 versus the Yankees. No data. So you can see here is minus 210 to get it is what they're pricing at to get a hit. But if I can go over here and pick that price up at minus 155, this is a play. I'll take this. You know what? So we'll hit this. We'll throw. It's saying 320. I don't know. Let's back that down a little bit. Let's see if we can get 300 in there on Freeman to get in a hit. Love this. This is fine. It's an outlier price. Yep, I like it. Boom. Boom. All right, moving on down the list here, we have Shea here. Player rebounds. This is a little bit high in my opinion for my preference, so I'm not too excited about that. So that's kind of a tick against it. I can't bet at Pinnacle, so that's kind of strange. Although I don't believe Pinnacle is going to give you the best price. So to me, we're going to open up the charts and kind of see what's doing. So their player rebounds over 6.5, 4.09% edge. You can't beat that with a stick. Let me move this chart over. I apologize. I'll leave it there for a second. So we're opening this up, checking out prices. Clearly an outlier at plus 149, so that's bizarre, right? It's just kind of weird. Let's check out the direction and price. Yeah, it's going against it. So they started off even at plus. So this is kind of interesting. They clearly were getting a ton of money on the other side, minus 204. So they went from 118 down to 149 to try to attract more volume. So this is purely, in my opinion, them saying, hey, come hammer this. We're going to pay the shit out of you because we know this minus 204 is moving this direction from 158. So I think the play here is try to find something that's minus 158 is the best deal, best price. And so you can see that we can do that at Bet365. Pulling up my last minute check on a stat here. They've got him over minus 142. Seems to be, against a Milwaukee team that's 24th in that defensive position. So, I like this is another piece of support, just kind of as a backup statistically. I'm looking at the price analytically and quantitatively, but I'm looking qualitatively at the stat info. So I'm going to go ahead and hit DraftKings here at this under 6.5. Because they've also got Bet Online at minus 160. They're kind of bouncing back and forth, nothing much crazy there. But this minus 204 plus the major price movement on this one is really telling me that they're trying to get people either over here or they're going to charge the shit out of them. So those sharps are not going to pay this. So that's kind of getting them off the scent. And I think your play is going to be back over here at this minus 150. All right, onward and upward. We have another 3.82%. I love everything. If it's got a low market width, I love it. If it's got a high percentage, I love it. I'm getting more into live betting, guys. So I'm doing a lot more live betting, and the live betting tools at OddsJam are great. And leave me a message down below if you'd like to learn more and get into the live betting. It's been very, very profitable because you're using a lot of the information in game to apply. You're getting eyes on the game to see kind of how it's going. And I'm actually really, really, really leaning and going that direction. So I like to do some research and make some pregame plays. I also like to show the books that I've got some diversity going on in a lot of different things versus just, every morning hitting these, pregame bets. So I'm doing afternoon, evening, in-game, player prop, mainline bets, hockey, baseball, whatever. I got everything going on. But I'm trying to be more selective. Now that I've seen a million bets and a million charts, I'm trying to share that knowledge and kind of let you guys know maybe some avenues to be more profitable. So anyway, let's check out this total runs here in the KC Mets game. Both teams scored a lot of runs recently, so you might have some biases. 8's kind of the magic number at MLB that seems to stick out with totals. You can see here they've take this down from minus 104 down to minus 140. So that side of it, this stands out to me as being actually the play. Over 8 at Caesars minus 110. That's an outlying pure outlier. Holy shit, outlier. Let's see what the charts do at this plus 124. It's probably going the other direction. Yeah. So they're going the opposite direction as far as money flow. I believe the money is definitely flowing and going here. So this minus 110 at Caesars is the bet. Caesars is a pretty sharp sports book too. I don't know why they're asleep at the wheel on this, but we do have a nice market width, great 3.82. It fits what we do. It fits the strategy. It fits the rule-based methods. So we're going to go ahead and play it at minus 110 Caesars at 8. Okay, guys, keep going here. I got some circas and some pinnacles. I don't like to pit the odds-making sports books against each other. It's just something I'm trying to find. Again, a scenario like this where I've got an outlier price, so player rebounds here. So I guess what I'm saying is odds-making sports book versus a public sports book. I don't want to pit two odds makings together, so that doesn't fit my criteria. Again, I have sort of a rules-based or a range-based strategy and program. Again, I'm going to have the links. I have that literally one-on-one consultation, a teaching course. Basically, if you're to take tennis lessons or golf lessons, I'm giving betting lessons and do a one-on-one with you. So I welcome you to take advantage of that package. Have the links at the website. Go to boyddavis.com because I go through this individually with you. Set up literally accountability and rules, not rules, parameters to help you expedite your learning curve. And so I have that available, but that doesn't fit what I do, what I want to do. You can do what you want to do, but I'll go ahead and pass because there's plenty of opportunities, especially you can see here, going forward. So let's take a look at this first half under runs. Minnesota, Detroit. I like picking on FanDuel, so let's see what they got here pricing wise at Pinnacle. It's going in that direction in a tiny way, nothing crazy. Circuit minus 125. I like that they're clear up there. That's telling me something. So first half total under. Let's take a look at the odds screen. All right, so I'm going to come here to the first half totals at the odds screen. I want to do a little research real quick on this. What is it? Twins Tigers game. Here we go. Twins Tigers. Where the fuck are they? Probably down. You guys are seeing it. I'm not seeing it. It's embarrassing. There we go. Top of the list. Yeah, Scubal, Lopez. Wow, no wonder they got this on the under. Two top-notch pitchers. I always do some research prior to even jumping on here. I haven't done that yet this morning because I got in a little bit earlier. So again, let's open up some of these charts and kind of see the direction. Yeah, that's going the direction we want with Penny. Let's check out Circa. They're clearly priced at minus 125. This seems to be a nice play at the under 3.5 minus 106. They're just an outlier. That's best price, best odds. You're getting it under, what Pinnacle offers. You're getting it well under you're getting it well under a bookmaker. This is a play. Hit this under minus 106. Let me clarify. I talked really quick. Under first half total. First half. So the first 5. Tigers, Twins, under 3.5 at FanDuel. Pay the minus 106. Don't go anywhere else. Shittier price. Hey, a little bit of minus 110 at ESPN if you need to. Again, you can do these sports books on your own. You can drop these down into anything you want. I've got a certain number. I move these around based on kind of where I have some of my funds currently. Sometimes when I get limited, I have to cross them out and open up a different one. So that's going to be a whole other video. But you can put these in here according to your liking and move these around. But last thing I'll tell you, I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about this tip before. When it turns red, that means you have a pricing change. The red is typically better for you. So, or it means it's going plus 116 to plus 114. So it's 2 cents, but it's going that direction. So it's telling me that's going towards the over. So if you like that over, best price right now is plus 106 at FanDuel. So maybe that'd be another consideration to go take a peek at is over on this Colorado-Toronto game. I don't see Colorado scoring a lot of runs on Gossman. Actually, former high school kid in Colorado, out of Grandview High School down in southeast Denver. He's pitching against his home team, Rockies. He's probably going to want to shut him down from a psychology standpoint, momentum standpoint. And if any of these runs are going to be scored, I'm guessing it's going to be the over with Toronto. I don't know. We'll see what happens. The Rockies suck. Ownership sucks. So anyway, got off on a tangent, but that's the color codings here of the red and the green. And you can sit here and stare at this odds screen all day and just pick off selections as well, because you can tell which direction the market's going. Again, this minus 125 was going up from minus 120. So then you go pick off this minus 110 at ESPN. So that's another tool to use at OddsJam. Another tip. Long video today. I could go all day. There's plenty more that we didn't even touch on a daily basis with this. So as you can see, there's a lot to it. And I, again, welcome you to get in touch with me to help you out as far as your profit base and your strategy and your tools and your education. All that's what I'm here for, guys. So if you're interested in doing that, make sure you reach out at the website. Again, boyddavis.com. So if you have any questions that are about today's video, leave them in the comments down below. And certainly if you have any other topics you need to cover, let me know as well. We do this Monday through Friday, kind of a morning report, market report, and we'll do other shorts and other content to help the education piece. So appreciate you stopping by. Make sure you like and share the channel with any buddies you might know that need to have this education under their belts to make it more money in sports betting. It's a lot more fun when you're profiting, trust me. But anyway, appreciate you stopping by. Let's go make some mathematical money.